Asuka, the energetic and strong mother. Yamato, the younger brother who's always in his own little world. Follow us as we karate kick all your daily frustrations away. Asuka's Revenge.
My name is Fubuki. I work for a foreign-affiliated company, and I'm proud of the fact that I get paid a pretty good salary compared to people my age. I also have a girlfriend.
Fubuki, are you going to finish work early today? Why don't we have dinner together somewhere?
That sounds good. I think I can today. Her name is Megumi, and she works as a nurse at a hospital nearby. She's a good cook, and she's a good girl who quickly does the laundry and dishes I've accumulated when I've had her stay over a few times. I'm thinking of a future with Megumi, but there's one thing that bothers me. That is...
Ta-da! Look, I bought something again.
What? Again? Didn't you buy something the other day too? It's her tendency to overspend. Even though Megami still has perfectly usable items, as soon as a new item from her favorite brand comes out, she buys it.
It's fine. Isn't it cute?
Well, it's cute, but I'm surprised and sometimes even a little dismayed by her spending habits. But she doesn't ask me to buy things for her or beg me for money, and she seems to be managing to pay for things out of her own savings, so I'm willing to cut her some slack. Maybe you're richer than me.
No way. I'm scraping by every month.
But you've got a student loan and a car loan, right?
Yeah, it hurts every month.
Megumi still has a student loan and also bought a new car that cost about 3 million yen before we started dating. She pays the monthly installments on those loans, and she also buys things like bags. So I wonder where she gets all the money.
Well, I guess I'm doing okay because my salary is pretty good since I work more night shifts.
Huh. In a way, I'm impressed by how well she manages her money. After that, I continued to go out with Megumi, and one year on her birthday, after we had been going out for 2 years. Megumi, will you marry me?
Yes, I'm so happy!
I proposed to her. She cried with happiness, and I was also very happy from the bottom of my heart.
Yes, I'd love to.
Yay! She happily accepted, and we were officially married. We thought about each other's commutes, so we signed a contract for a house that was roughly halfway between our workplaces, and decided to rent a parking space as well because Megumi said she wanted to bring the car she'd been driving.
I'm working the night shift today, so have dinner by yourself tonight.
Okay, I'm off then. Our married life had begun. Due to her job, the time we could spend together was limited. But even so, being able to live with the person I loved was the greatest happiness of all. However, even after getting married, her habit of spending money didn't go away.
Ta-da! Look what I bought again!
Whoa. What she showed me was cosmetics that I, as a man, didn't really understand. You bought something again? The bathroom is overflowing with your stuff right now.
I can't help it. I wanted it.
Even if that's the case. When we were dating, I could overlook it because we paid for things separately, but once we got married and started using one account, I suddenly started to feel dissatisfied about it. I could understand if you finished using the old one, but you're buying too much.
It's fine. I'm doing it within the scope of my savings.
Well, maybe that's true, but I warned her, but she didn't really understand. One day, while living a slightly unsettled life. An unexpected situation occurred.
I quit my job today.
What? Megumi said this with a smile, and in her hand was a bouquet of flowers. What do you mean you quit?
Today was my last day at work. I quit my job today.
What? I didn't understand. What? I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, because I didn't tell you. Oh, when everyone gave me bouquets and thanked me, I started to get teary-eyed.
She's talking about this and that, but my brain hasn't caught up yet. You quit your job? What are you gonna do now?
What do you mean? I'm becoming a full-time housewife. That's always been my dream.
What? I was left with my mouth hanging open, frozen in place. You wanted to be a full-time housewife? I've never heard anything like that before. Don't you have any other plans?
No, because I want to be a full-time housewife.
No way. I was speechless. I couldn't think of the right words. Then, as I was thinking about this and that, I remembered something. Wait a minute. What about the student loans? What about the car? She must still have plenty of payments left to make. I asked her timidly.
What? You'll have to manage it somehow from your salary, Fubuki.
You're kidding. What's more, she threw the repayment of those debts at me too. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I can understand if payments since we got married, but I can't take care of your debts from when you were single. Of course, I refused, but...
It's not a debt, it's a loan.
What? That's what I'm calling debt. Ugh. I never thought Megumi would be so low-level to say something like that so nonchalantly. So, what then? Does that mean I have to pay back your loans from now on?
That's what I'm saying. It's fine, we're a married couple.
We're a married couple, but that's money you borrowed as an individual, right? We didn't make any such arrangements before we got married. And then suddenly, without any consultation, you quit your job and leave the rest of the payments to me? Isn't that a little selfish?
Why are you so angry? It's fine, isn't it? You get a good salary, Fubuki.
That doesn't mean I have to pay your debts, does it?
You're so headstrong. We're a married couple, so that much should be fine.
What? I'd known she was a bit of a spendthrift and had a tendency to spend money wildly, but this was the first time she'd been so selfish without any consideration for me. Even after that, my relationship with her continued, but even though she quit her job and became a full-time housewife, she stopped doing housework altogether. You know, if you're at home, I'd like you to do the housework. Then Megumi.
I know that. I'm trying, but there are so many things to do and it's hard.
And yet she was just lying around on the sofa. Then,
Yes?
the doorbell rings and Megumi cheerfully answers it. It's a delivery man, and she brought a cardboard box of something. What's that?
Ta-da!
When she opened it, it was a cleaning robot. What? You bought that too?
Yeah, it'll make cleaning easier, right?
She stays at home and we have a vacuum cleaner. So I think she should use that, but Megumi's prof legacy continues from there too.
Look at this! I can cook faster with this. Wow, isn't it great? I can chop faster with this.
Her prof legacy knows no bound, and in no end.
Wow, look! I bought the latest model!
Wait a minute, we have a microwave at home.
Yeah, but that one's old, isn't it? That's why I bought a new one.
It's not old, it's still perfectly usable.
It's fine. It makes me feel better.
Despite Megumi's loss of income, she continues to spend money as usual. Of course, our savings continued to decrease. I couldn't take it anymore, so I snapped at her. Megumi, you've got to stop this. You don't work, you don't do anything around the house, and yet you spend too much.
What's wrong with that? Are you saying that a housewife can't buy the things she wants?
I didn't say that, but there are limits.
You're so stingy. I never thought you were such a small-minded person.
Oh, really? What a coincidence. I never thought you were such a big spender either.
So what?
Divorce! I want a divorce!
What? A divorce?
I've asked my wife for a divorce. She was surprised, but I thought it was impossible for me to continue living with her. I thought it was fine as long as you kept working to make it work with your own savings. But if you quit your job and continue spending like this, I don't know what I'm working for.
But that's for the sake of the couple and the family, right?
But even still, you spend too much money on your own. It's a divorce. I was clear about my intentions to get a divorce, but I couldn't get Megumi's agreement, so we ended up separating for the time being. In the meantime, Megumi said she would look for a job and take some time to think about herself. I decided to live at my parents' house for a while.
Big brother, you've had a tough time, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been really rough. You're off tomorrow, right? How about some sake, brother-in-law? Yeah, I'll have some. When I spoke to my sister and her husband, who were living at my parents' house, I started to cry a little. The next day.
Uncle Fubuki, play with me!
Oh, Kita's grown up.
Hey, Keita, don't be so selfish.
I had heard from my sister that my nephew Kita was entering his terrible twos. Okay, how about we go shopping with Uncle Fubuki today?
Really? Yeah! Big brother.
My sister was a little exasperated, but Kita was the first child born to a relative, and he was as dear to me as if he was my own son. So I was showing off my love for him to the full extent of my parental love. Not to mention my love as an uncle. It was around midday when I went out with my sister's family to the shopping mall in the neighborhood.
Mom, buy this! No, you bought something the other day, didn't you? Please, buy it! Buy it!
My nephew started throwing a tantrum in front of the toy section. As I was watching from the sidelines, I thought to myself, child rearing isn't just about the cute parts.
What? It's fine. Buy it. Buy it.
No, you just bought something before.
The one I bought before is a bit old-fashioned. This one is new.
From the brand name goods store across the street, I heard a woman's voice that sounded familiar. And when I looked over... What? Megumi? What a surprise. It was Megumi, my wife who was in the middle of a divorce. And there was a man I didn't know standing next to her. What is she doing? As I was wondering, she noticed me too.
Fubuki!
She must have thought it was bad and quickly moved away from the man she was with. But it was already too late. Who is that guy?
No, he's a senior colleague from work.
You're not working though. Don't lie to me.
Well, he's a senior colleague from my old workplace.
Megumi? Who is this guy? I'm Megumi's husband. Well, we're in the middle of a divorce. What? Husband? What's going on here? It seemed that this man didn't know that I was Megumi's husband. Megumi, what's going on? I've been giving you money for a long time wanting to get closer to you. But you're married? What? Giving money?
No, that's not it.
I see. I thought you were a bit of a spendthrift before you got married. But you were doing that behind my back. No wonder you always had money.
No, this is...
What difference does it make? You had a guy other than me. You can't get away with this any longer. So I'm gonna get you to sign the divorce.
Wait a minute!
When I forced the divorce on her. Megumi, I can't forgive you! I trusted you! Give me back all the money I've given you!
What?
It seemed he rejected her as well.
What's wrong, brother? Wait, Megumi-san? Asuka!
Asuka, Ryota, sorry. Let's go. What?
What?
My sister and her husband looked at me blankly, but I won't have to deal with her again, so I forcefully left the area. Later, I received the divorce papers, which had been signed by Megumi, who had finally admitted her own responsibility, and I submitted them to the town office that afternoon. And we were officially divorced. I decided to cancel the contract for the house I had been living in with Megumi and live at my parents' house for a while. Sorry, I'll be staying with you for a while.
No problem. Keita will be happy. Uncle Fubuki!
Megumi was eventually rejected by the man she was with at the time, and she lost her job and her home. I heard from a friend who knew her that she was wandering the streets somewhere. I didn't think anything of it. I was shopping at the mall with my 2-year-old nephew who was throwing a tantrum, and I couldn't believe it when I heard the same thing coming from the brand name store across the way. I was so shocked at how childish she was that I couldn't help but laugh a little. Living with someone like that was a blemish on my life. If I ever meet someone new in the future, I'm gonna make sure they share my values about money.
My name is Kotami, and I'm a housewife. Oh, Kotami? I sent you some rice the other day. Has it arrived? Yeah, it's a huge amount. My parents are rice farmers, so they send us rice like this regularly. Kotako's still small. We can't consume this much. Why don't you send some to Kenji's parents too, then? Yeah, I guess I could. I got married to Kenji 6 years ago. We have a kid named Kotako who goes to kindergarten. To send the rice my parents sent me to my in-laws, I called my mother-in-law. So, it would be a big help if you could accept it. Oh, really? Buying rice at the supermarket is a hassle, so it's a big help. I'll take it without hesitation then. Yes, please. I'll bring it tomorrow. I'll be waiting. Oh, I'd also like to see videos of Kotako at Sports Day. Sure, I'll bring that DVD too. The other day, Kotako had a sports day at the kindergarten, and I've got a DVD of the event on video. I've decided to take the rice and the DVD to the house the next day. The next day, I drove to the house, which was 10 minutes away, to deliver the promised items, but I have some delicious snacks. Why don't you come in? I'd like to watch the DVD too. She said that and invited me to her house. I didn't have any particular plans after this, and I just have to go and pick up my child from nursery school, but I still had plenty of time to spare. I guess I will then. So I went up to her house, and while eating snacks, we finished watching the DVD of the sports day. Wow, Kotako's fast. I know. She's first. Kotako's amazing. But it seems that these days, sports days don't really decide rankings and such. Really? It's a shame. She worked so hard. As I was chatting with my mother-in-law about sports day while watching the footage, I'm home. Oh, Nana's back from work. Oh, is that so? Nana is my brother-in-law's wife, and she lives with her husband and 2 daughters who go to kindergarten in my parents' house. Oh, hello, Nana. I greet Nana's son who came to the living room, but... What? Nana glared at me for a second and went upstairs to her room without a greeting. Huh? What was that all about? Who knows? She seems to be in a bad mood today. I see. I replied that, but I thought her attitude was a bit harsh. I decided to let it go, thinking it's better not to poke the bee's nest. After that, I continued to watch the video of my daughter's sports day with my mother-in-law, but then... My phone received a call, and when I looked at the screen... What? Nana? It was my brother-in-law's wife who had ignored my greeting and gone upstairs earlier. What does this mean? Not understanding the meaning, I showed my mother-in-law the phone screen. I'm not sure. It seems that even my mother-in-law doesn't understand, but I answered the phone. Hello? Then... What was that about? What? She was angry for some reason. Why are you angry? What are you doing trying to spite me? What? Spite you? What do you mean? Don't play dumb! How dare you watch videos of the sports day in our living room when Kaede couldn't even participate? What? She explained it to me, but I don't understand. Kaede is the name of their younger child. She couldn't participate in sports day? I've never heard of that before. I'm sorry. I really don't understand what you're talking about. Why don't we talk in person instead of on the phone? If I've done something to offend you, I apologize. I was being polite, but she just shouted, "Shut up," and hung up. What was that? I was stunned. Kaede couldn't participate in the sports day? She was really angry at me watching the sports day footage in the living room. I tried explaining to my mother-in-law even though I really didn't understand. Oh. She seemed to make sense of it. What, do you understand? According to my mother-in-law, it seems that Kaede did attend sports day, but she started crying before the race, and in the end, she couldn't participate in any of the events. Well, Kaede is still young, and it's common for small children to do things like that, so I don't think there's any need to worry about it too much, but Nana seems to be worried. I see. I said that, but in my head, I wasn't convinced at all. Isn't she just taking it out on me? But it's a little strange that she's getting upset over this. Yeah, that's right. From there, the two of us watched the footage of our daughter's sports day, but Nana's earlier comment was on my mind, so I couldn't concentrate at all. Before I knew it, it was time to go and pick up my daughter from nursery school. Excuse me, mother-in-law, I have to get going. Oh, right. I'm sorry. It was nice I got to see Kotoko working so hard. I'm glad, but, I couldn't just go home like this. It's Nana, isn't it? I think she's in her room, so why don't you try talking to her? Can I? Then she led me to Nana's room and I gently knocked on the door. Nana, it's Kotami. I'm sorry about earlier. I didn't know about Kaede, and if you were offended by that, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure whether I should be apologizing or not, but I decided to show some adult behavior for now. But... Shut up! Is it fun to boast about your daughter? Go home already! She shouted at me. My mother-in-law and I were both speechless. Oh my, Nana, why would you say something like that? That's right. You don't have to say that much. What? You're looking down on me? I bet you think you're the superior family or something. What? She said something completely incomprehensible. I couldn't take it anymore and I snapped. Please stop this nonsense. What's wrong with watching the video of my daughter's efforts with my mother-in-law? If you have a problem with it, why don't you just say it directly instead of locking yourself in a room? Then, as if in response to my words, the door slammed open. Shut up! You're not supposed to be relaxing in someone else's house in the first place. What? To these words, I was about to grab her by the hair when... Hey, Nana, that's enough. What's wrong with you? You're being so rude to your own family. Kotami brought rice to our house today in the first place. It's the same rice you eat. And yet you went straight into the room without saying hello, and then you started complaining on the phone, and now you're even using such dirty language. Or are you saying the rice that she brought is dirty too? If that's the case, I won't be preparing any rice for you. To my mother-in-law's words, I guess she was finally made to realize her mistake. She apologized in a small voice. I left the in-laws' house that day, but the nagging feeling in my heart didn't go away. I also reported it to my husband that night.
What? Nana?
That's right. Can you believe it?
Yeah, she usually seems so mild-mannered, so it's hard to believe.
Yeah, I was surprised she gets so hysterical when she gets angry.
I'll tell my brother about it too.
Yeah, could you? Even though we live 10 minutes away by car, we haven't had much interaction with them, so I thought it would be best to leave it be for now, but... A few days later...
Kenji, Kotomi, I'm sorry. Could you look after the kids for a while?
Brother-in-law, what's wrong? My brother-in-law suddenly came to our house with his 2 daughters.
What's wrong, brother? I'm sorry, Kenji. It'll be harmful for my daughters if this continues.
Harm?
It's Nana. She's been really crazy lately.
What? Apparently, his wife's outbursts have been getting more intense recently. What do you mean crazy?
I heard from Kenji, but she lashed out on Kotomi the other day, didn't she?
Well, yes.
She's always had a massive inferiority complex.
Inferiority complex?
Yes, she was apparently ridiculed by her classmates for being hopeless at both studying and sports from when she was young, and that made her feel frustrated. So she decided to get married at least. Apparently, she was one of the first of her friends to get married.
So she wanted to feel superior?
Looks like it.
I suppose some people think of marriage as a status symbol, but I wonder if that can really wipe away the feelings of inferiority you had as a student. So, what's the problem with Nana?
Yes. Actually, one of Nana's friends uploaded a photo of her child's sports day on a social networking site. When Nana saw it, she flipped out and started lashing out, saying, "Is she making fun of me?"
She said that to me too.
That's right. So when Nana's outburst became known even among her friends, she started to be avoided a little. I thought that if it got any bigger, it would affect the children too. So I decided to keep the kids away.
That's terrible. We can look after them. I'm just dumbfounded by the actions of my sister-in-law. But why is she so concerned about Katie not being able to participate in sports day?
Well,
apparently, she felt quite superior to her friends of the same age who had married earlier. At the same time, she was also ridiculed by her friends for not being able to properly raise her child.
well, she thought other moms were being jealous of her at first, but
However, when Katie was unable to participate in sports day because she cried, she felt like she'd been pushed into the position of being a mother who couldn't properly raise her child, and she felt inferior again. What? For something like that, it's not uncommon for kids to cry at a sports day.
that's right. Does that mean there were people saying such things behind her back? No, it's just Nana's imagination.
I can't believe she caused a stir like that.
That's right. So please, look after the kid for a while until she calms down.
Okay. And so we ended up looking after the two of them. However, 2 days later,
I'm sorry for causing you two so much trouble. We're getting a divorce.
What? My brother-in-law told us about the divorce.
How come? Was it impossible to fix things after all? We talked about it a lot after that. We have daughters, so I was thinking of getting back together with her. But when we talked about it...
I just wanted to get married at the time. It's not like I love you anyway.
What is that? You married me because you wanted people to be jealous of you?
Of course.
You! I can't continue my married life after being told that. That's why I decided to get a divorce.
But what about your daughters?
Of course, I'm gonna take care of them. It's no good being used as a tool to satisfy her desire to be approved. That's right. I think that's a good idea.
And my brother-in-law and his wife's divorce ended with Nana leaving the house, but in the very end, it's all your fault. You ruined my life. I got a call from Nana who was angry with me. My fault? What did I do? I'm sorry, but kids aren't tools to satisfy a parent's desire for approval. To be honest, I think it was a good thing that you got a divorce for the sake of the children. You. So with this divorce, there's no need to be calling you. I'm going to block you after this call. Hey! I hung up on Nana without listening to her last words and blocked her. It would be terrible if I had a mother like that around. Fortunately, my nieces seem to be doing well without their mother, so I was relieved. Well, Mom's at home, so my brother should be fine.
Yeah.
Now that the person I didn't like is gone, I'm thinking of increasing the interaction between relatives from now on. My name is Asuka. I live with my husband Ryota and our 3-year-old daughter Ayaka. One day, I heard through my husband that Ryota's younger sister, Kotami, was getting married. Oh, really? That's great!
Oh, and by the way, it seems like the wedding will be in 6 months, so can you keep that date free?
Okay, I understand. I actually love sewing and making things by hand, and I often make things, but since I had the chance, I was inspired to make a handmade dress for Ayaka for Kotami's wedding. How about it? Will you wear the dress I made for you? Yes, I love the clothes my mom makes for me. Okay, then let's get to work. And so the next day, I went to a craft store and bought all the materials I needed. Great! I'll make a simple camisole dress under the flower motif knit dress. I searched for the materials I needed based on the design I had drawn up in advance, and I was determined to make something really cute for my sister-in-law's big day.
Mommy, are you done yet?
Not yet. I was struggling more than I expected, and making my daughter's dress was proving to be quite a challenge. One day,
I've been waiting to see Asuka for a while now.
Yeah, I want to talk to Kaede too. My friend Kaede called me and asked me if I wanted to meet up after a long time.
Well, where should we go? It's going to be tough with Ayaka there too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. If it's okay with you, can you come to my place?
Really? Then I'll go over to Asuka's place.
So Kaede was to visit me at home on a later day. Kaede was already married and had a daughter, but she was a year older than Ayaka and already attending kindergarten, so she said she could come to my house anytime during the day. The day of the visit.
Wow, it's been a while. Hello, Ayaka. Here you go.
You didn't have to do this. Thanks. Ayaka, how do you say hello?
Hello.
I received a gift from Kaede when she came to my house, and I invited her in.
Huh? You keep it clean.
No, I've tidied up. We had a simple meal that we had prepared while reminiscing, and we ate lunch together. Then Kaede.
What's that?
She pointed in the direction of the dress that was being made for Ayaka. Oh, that one! My sister-in-law is getting married soon, so I was making a dress for Ayaka to wear there. When I told her honestly, Kaede...
Wait, a handmade dress? That's so funny. Isn't that kind of poor?
What? I was suddenly sneered at. No. I was a little annoyed by the way she said that, even though I had put so much effort into making it. But then I remembered that she was the type who liked brand name things and that sort of thing. I guess I don't really match her in terms of values. I thought to myself, trying to calm myself down. Well, I like making things myself, and Ayaka is looking forward to it, so I'll do my best.
Ayaka's going to wear that outfit.
Right?
I see. Well, if Ayaka is happy, that's good.
I was glad that Ayaka hadn't yet understood the meaning of poor looking. There was a moment when I was a little annoyed, but after that, I continued to talk with Kaede, and then in the evening, Kaede left. Then, before I knew it, a month had passed, and one day with Kotomi's wedding just a month away... Ayaka, it's done!
Wow, it's so cute!
Ayaka's dress is finished. It took a long time, but I was really satisfied with the result.
Oh, that's nice, Ayaka. Let's show it to Auntie Kotomi, okay?
Yeah!
And so the day of Kotomi's wedding arrived. Congratulations, Kotomi!
Thank you, Ayaka too. Your dress is so cute. My mom made it for me.
Kotomi's praise made both Ayaka and I very happy. Kotomi's husband seemed like a sincere person, and it was a really wonderful wedding ceremony. Kotomi looks beautiful, doesn't she?
She said my dress is cute.
Yeah, great!
Would you like a photo?
A photographer even took a photo, and I was glad that I worked so hard to make the dress for this day. I felt that it had all been worth it. A few months after the ceremony... Excuse me? Come in? I received another call from Kaede and we decided to have dinner, so I invited her to my place as usual. While we were eating, we talked about various things, and in the course of our conversation, Kaede...
By the way, how was your sister's wedding?
She asked me. Oh, that! I remembered that we had talked about it last time, so I showed the photos that Kotami had sent me the other day taken by the photographer. It was really wonderful. My sister-in-law and her husband were both beautiful. It was a wonderful wedding.
Really? So how was the dress?
Oh, the dress. The dress that was ridiculed as poor-looking when she came here last time. I honestly reported that it was well received. She was really cute, and she got a lot of praise from the other guests and the parents. Look! Saying this, I showed the photo of Ayaka taken by the photographer, then Kaede.
Wow, you're right. It looks pretty good.
What? Oh yeah, thanks. I was bracing myself for her to say something bad again, but she said something nice, so I was happy. This part was really hard. I worked really hard on this part too. It's a one-of-a-kind haute couture piece. I was getting a bit carried away with my talk, and then Kaede's expression changed.
That's right. It's a one-off item, isn't it? It's not a ready-made item, right?
What? She started mumbling to herself and then started thinking. What? What's wrong? All of a sudden... When I asked her again, not understanding...
You know, my daughter's birthday is in 2 weeks, right? I want to give her this to wear to her birthday party.
She said. Naturally, I was confused. I was thinking about what she meant, and then...
And could you give the dress to my daughter as a birthday present?
Huh? She even said something so brazen as that. Why? Why do I have to give that dress to Kaede's daughter? Ayaka is 3 years old this year, and Kaede's daughter is 1 year older. Children of different ages can be quite different in build. In addition to that, Kaede's daughter is quite large for her age, so even if I gave it to her, I don't think it would fit. Besides, I definitely don't want to give something that I made with the best of intentions for my own daughter as a birthday present for someone else's child.
No, she can't wear it. She's different in build and size to Ayaka.
I tried to gently refuse, but...
Then make it. It's easy, right? You still have the materials left over, right?
Wait a minute. My brain is in a panic at this sudden turn of events. No. That's impossible. I don't have any of those materials left over. Of course I refused, but...
Why? If that's the case, why don't you just take the dress apart? Ayaka's not going to wear it again, right?
What? She's telling me to take the dress apart and make a new one for her daughter? Of course I was angry at this. Why should I take Ayaka's dress apart just to make a dress for Kaede's daughter?
You don't have enough materials, right? And she won't wear this one again? Then that's the best thing to do.
I felt more dismay than anger or any kind of emotion. I can't believe she could say that to me about a dress I made for someone's daughter, and besides... Hey, did you forget? Didn't you say that dress looked poor when you saw it last time? And now you want to have it for your own daughter? What kind of nerve do you have? After all, the fact that she insulted me once was still bothering me.
It's no big deal, we're friends, so I was just making fun of it a little.
She said something like that and acted all smug. After being told that, if you wanted me to make a new one, that would be one thing, but to take a finished dress apart and make it for your own daughter? That's just crazy.
What? You're just an amateur, so don't get carried away just because you managed to make something.
Huh? Who was getting carried away? while we were arguing like that.
Mom, I'm scared.
Oh, Ayaka, I'm sorry. I was startled to realize that I forgot about my daughter while fighting with who was sitting next to me. I'm sorry, but go home today.
Wait a minute, we're not finished talking yet.
I told you I'm not going to make it, and I'm not going to take that dress apart. That's the end of the conversation.
What?
Saying this, I forcibly pushed Kaede to the front door.
Hey, Asuka! Asuka!
Shut up! Don't ever come to my house again! With those words, I pushed Kaede out and locked the front door.
Hey, Asuka! Open the door! Hey!
She kept banging on the door and shouting, but when I decided to ignore her, she gave up and left. Ayaka, I'm sorry for scaring you. At night, I received a line and a phone call from Kaede, but I ignored her. I didn't answer at all and then blocked the number. Then... I got a call from Mommy, a mutual friend of Kaede's and I. What's wrong? It's not what's wrong. I want to ask you, I got a call from Kaede a while ago and she seemed really angry. Oh, I'm sorry, actually. And I also told Mommy about what happened this afternoon. Well, that's a bit too much, even for Kaede. Isn't it? We weren't originally sending our kids birthday presents, and then suddenly, and to ask me to take apart the dress I made for my daughter and make it again? I really couldn't understand it. Well, I think I would have been angry too if I were you, but I understand the situation. If Kaede contacts you again, I'll take care of it. Mommy, I'm sorry, thank you. After hanging up the phone, I thought to myself that I was really glad that Mommy was such a considerate person. Then the days and months passed, and before I knew it, Kaede's daughter's birthday had come and gone, but I hadn't heard anything from Kaede, so I decided that she must have given up long ago. And I decided to push the memory of Kaede to the back of my mind as a distant memory from the past and forget about her. However, I would hear that name again 2 weeks later from a mutual friend, Mommy. What's wrong? Mommy told me she wanted to talk, so we met at a cafe nearby. No, it's actually about Kaede. Kaede? Is she still saying something? No, that's not it. The other day she came to my house, and at first we were talking normally, but then she started looking around the house. Yeah? Then suddenly... Mommy, isn't that cute dress your daughter's? If you don't mind, would you give it to my daughter? What? Why? Apparently, Kaede had been pestering Mommy again about the dress her daughter had hanging up at home. Of course, Mommy refused. Why not? It's a nice dress and I want it for my daughter's birthday present. Please. Didn't you say the same thing to Asuka? Why are you trying to give your daughter a birthday present that belongs to somebody else? It's not a big deal, please. What? For some reason, Kaede started crying there. She cried? Why? Right? I was surprised too, so I questioned Kaede about it and then... Apparently, Kaede got divorced 6 months ago. What? Divorced? It was a shock. She was thinking about a birthday present for her daughter, and I thought that her family relationship was going well. So she and her ex-husband are living separately now, and she seems to be getting a monthly allowance for her daughter's upkeep, but it seems like she's having a hard time making ends meet. So that's why she was trying to force us to give her a birthday present. I guess so. I was so surprised. If she had told me from the beginning that she was in such a difficult situation, I would have thought about it a little more, and I regretted a little that I had forced her out of the house that day. But what was the cause of the divorce? That's the problem. What? The reason for Kaede's divorce, it seems to have been due to her unfaithfulness. What? So she got what she deserved? Yeah, that's what it is. The sympathy I felt a moment ago had instantly vanished. So what? Does that mean that Katie is divorced because of her own affair and is now in financial trouble, so she's pestering us for a present for her daughter? That's the gist of it. Ugh! I was so shocked I couldn't say anything. At the same time, I thought that my decision to cut off all contact with Katie was the right one. After that, Katie started pestering not just me and Mommy, but also her other friends, and it seems that her friends are gradually drifting away from her. No, even so, she got what she deserved. I know, there's no room for sympathy. Apparently she got divorced and then dumped by her lover too. Huh? When I went home and looked at her SNS for the first time in a while, I saw several posts of her crying out in anguish, but a friend who knew the situation sent a reply saying that she got what she deserved and that she should take responsibility for what happened. I thought that she really had been abandoned by everyone around her. It's good that she's so considerate of her daughter, but no matter how I think about it, I can't help but think that this is a problem that she brought on herself, so I don't feel the slightest inclination to reach out to her. I think that if she brought this situation on herself, then she should be the one to deal with it. So I've decided to continue to keep my distance from her. My name is Kotami. I've been married to my husband Masahiro for 10 years, and I live happily with my daughter Kotoko, who is in the 2nd grade of elementary school. Hey Mom, I can't see Makoto again this year? I guess not. Everyone seems to be busy.
We haven't seen him in ages. I wonder if Makoto has grown up.
Makoto is Kotoko's cousin who lives far away. He is the son of Masahiro's older brother Kizuki and is currently in his 2nd year of university. He's already in university. I think Makoto will be surprised when he sees how much Kotoko has grown up. In the past, we would all get together at my in-laws' house at least once a year, but for various reasons, we don't get to see each other as much anymore. You haven't heard from Sayaka recently, have you?
Yeah, before, whenever we sent her New Year's gifts or congratulatory gifts, she would always call to thank us.
Sayaka is Kizuki's wife. We don't see each other that often, but even so, we would send New Year's gifts and gifts to celebrate things like Makoto's university entrance using registered mail. She used to call us pretty often, but recently I haven't heard from her at all. I wonder if she's busy.
Yeah, I guess so. They say that not hearing from someone is proof that they're doing well.
That's true. I was a little suspicious, but even my husband said that, so I didn't pay it any attention and carried on with my days. But then, a few days later...
What? My brother? Is that true?
As soon as Masahiro answered the phone call from his mother, he started panicking and made some noise, so I was curious to find out what was going on. When the call ended, I asked my husband.
I don't know the details either, but it seems that my brother got a divorce 4 years ago.
What? Your brother? Even though we hadn't been in touch recently, that's still a surprise, and it was 4 years ago?
It seems that my mother and the others only found out just a short while ago, and they contacted me in a panic.
Oh no. My mouth gapes in shock at the shocking truth. How did they suddenly find out?
Well, that's...
Apparently, a letter of content was received at his parents' house regarding the unpaid child support for Kizuki.
It looks like my brother hadn't been paying Makoto's child support after all.
Did he promise to pay it when he got divorced?
I guess that's what it means.
It seems that my mother-in-law called Kizuki after receiving a letter of content that she had no recollection of, and this is how the matter was discovered. Is that even possible? I can't believe it.
Well, I'm a bit lost for words at the moment too.
Masahiro and I were both just stunned and speechless. The reason why we didn't notice the divorce until now is that the relationship between my father-in-law and Sayaka wasn't very good to begin with, and the in-laws and the family had been estranged for many years. The fact that there was almost no interaction between the in-laws and Sayaka and the fact that we live far away, so we never met in person. The only thing that made me suspicious was the fact that we never received any New Year's gift or thank you messages, but I decided that they were just probably busy, which wasn't a good call. Makoto is much older than Kotoko, so we haven't really seen each other in the last few years, with exams and Sayaka's family getting sick and all. In the first place, Kizuki and Masahiro themselves are not very close, and because the wives are not that close either, there was not much communication, so we didn't notice.
Tomorrow, my brother is going to be invited to my parents' house, and my mother and others are going to hear the details, and I'm also invited, so I'm going to go.
Can I go too?
Yeah, it'd be a help if you come.
The next day, Kotoko was looked after by a close friend, and Masahiro and I headed for the in-laws' house together. When we arrived at the in-laws' house, Kizuki was already there, but he looked completely unconcerned about the situation.
Oh, it's been a while, Katomi. You become even more beautiful.
Hey, stop joking around. We're all here for you today. My husband warned him, and we all gathered in the living room.
Why didn't you tell me you got a divorce earlier? I was so surprised when I got that letter out of the blue.
Well, if I told you, I'd have to explain a lot of things, wouldn't I? Ugh, it's a pain in the neck. Of course it is. So, what was the cause of the divorce?
Well, her love for me just ran out. I never came home, and I just wandered around outside drinking and playing pachinko.
You're such a guy. My brother-in-law didn't seem to feel at all bad about what he was saying, and it was almost as if he was enjoying the situation, which was really creepy. It's all your fault. What are you doing at such an important time for Makoto?
I don't know what you're talking about. They just left on their own accord.
Of course they'd be fed up and leave if their husband was living like that.
I think they're being patient, if anything.
So, the content-certified letter arrived at our house, but you haven't been paying Makoto's child support, have you? Yeah, he's already in his second year of university. He can get a part-time job, so I thought there was no need to pay him.
This document says that you agreed to pay for Makoto until he graduates from university.
Well, I think we did talk about that, didn't we?
I'm just watching from the side, but I'm starting to get angry at this person's attitude. Then my husband...
Brother, we've been sending you New Year's gift and things every year. But if you got a divorce 4 years ago, you must have given the money we sent to Makoto and Sayaka, right?
When asked this, Kizuki didn't look guilty at all.
Oh, that money went on drinks and pachinko.
What?
What?
He said this with a smug smile, and as everyone drew back in disgust, he became even angrier.
Don't be ridiculous! Drinks and pachinko? We didn't send you money for that! Give it back now!
My husband shouted at him, but...
Don't be so angry, it's not a big amount, so don't be so stingy. Besides, I've already spent it, so I can't give it back. It's too late to say that now. Don't be so petty. People are gonna dislike you. You...
I managed to restrain my husband, who looked like he was about to hit him, but my brother-in-law...
Right? You don't like stingy guys like this either, right, Katomi? Are you gonna run away from home like Sayaka?
I got chills when he said that to me. No, don't talk to me!
Wow, that's harsh.
Hey Kizuki, do you understand what's going on right now?
It's no use, Mom. no matter what we say to this guy.
My brother-in-law said it wasn't a big amount, but we weren't the only ones sending money. Other relatives must have sent money too. If you add them all up, it probably comes to about 200,000 yen. To say that that's not a lot of money, how far has his heart rotted? I seriously can't believe it. Fed up with my brother-in-law, my husband called his ex-wife Sayaka.
Sayaka! It's been a while. It's Masahiro.
My husband explained the current situation to Sayaka and apologized to her.
I'm so sorry for my stupid brother. It's okay if you seize all of his salary. We'll take responsibility and make him pay child support. Yes, I'm sorry.
My brother-in-law, who had been listening to the conversation from the side, suddenly...
Hey, Masahiro! What are you talking about on your own? I'm not paying child support!
and snapped back. What are you talking about? You and your wife made a firm decision when you got divorced, right? Then you should fulfill your responsibilities properly.
Why? Why do I still have to pay child support for a son who abandoned me and went to live with my wife?
He said something like that, and I couldn't believe it was coming from a grown-up. I was really taken aback again.
If you really want the money, go down on your knees and beg for it.
He said that out loud, and I thought that maybe it would have been better if we never got involved with him in the first place. Brother-in-law, please stop! Didn't you agree to pay child support and put your seal on the document? Please, keep your promise. I couldn't hold back and interrupted then.
Shut up! Don't let outsiders butt in!
What? He shouted at me with those words.
Brother, that's enough! What are you saying to Katomi? Don't take it out on her! What the hell?
Anyway, that's not important right now. Please discuss how you're going to pay the child support.
I don't have that kind of money to spare, so I can't just pay it off like that. You don't have any money? How can you say that after coming here in a car like that?
Indeed, the car parked in the grounds of Yoshimi's family home was a luxury car.
If you don't have any money, why don't you just sell that car? Why should I sell my car for that stupid son of mine?
Why? To pay the unpaid child support.
Are you stupid?
In addition, my brother-in-law's bag and watch were things that didn't fit his stature, so we told him to sell them to raise money for child support.
Shut up! Why are you making decisions on your own? All this stuff is mine! Why do I have to do that? Isn't that what you discussed when you got divorced? How old are you now? Ugh, grow up already, brother!
Masahiro's right, Kizuki. That's enough.
Ugh!
My brother-in-law lost his words when he was lectured by his younger brother, and he gave up his personal belongings and agreed to pay child support with the money he got from them. It was around 7 o'clock at night when we left my in-laws' house. Oh no, I never thought it would be this late.
I wonder if Kotoko is okay. Can you contact your friend?
I just called her and told her I'd be there within the hour. Then we picked up Kotoko just before 8 o'clock. It seems like she was treated to dinner and me and my husband thanked the friend. Then, after 3 years had passed since the incident with my brother-in-law, someone came to visit our house one day. Excuse me? Huh? Sayaka-san and Makoto? It's been a while.
Hello.
It was Sayaka, my brother-in-law's ex-wife, and Makoto, his son, who I hadn't seen for several years, or maybe even longer. What? Really? I'm so surprised. You've grown up so much in the time that I've been away. Masahiro, Sayaka, and Makoto came to visit.
What? What's going on all of a sudden?
It was good timing as it was a holiday and Masahiro was here too. Apparently, Makoto graduated from university and got a job at a top foreign affiliated company, and he's getting paid a pretty good salary for his first year as a working adult.
Seriously? That's amazing! Maybe you're getting paid more than me. That's not true!
Wait, but what brought you here today? When I asked them the reason for their sudden visit, I'm sorry, it's a bit late, but... And then she handed me cash. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? I can't accept this. Of course I refused, but... No, that's not it. This is the New Year's gift and congratulatory money that Kotami and Masahiro sent me. I asked that person how much it was and came to return it. Oh, I see. I was satisfied when I heard that. No, but if that's the case, I can't accept it even more, because this is a New Year's gift and a congratulatory gift. No, it's okay. I'm going to make sure to ask him to pay me back this amount. I'll make sure to pay back the money that Kotami and the others gave me. When she said that, I decided to accept it without question. Thank you very much. Well, how is Kizuki doing now? Did he pay you child support? Oh, about that. Apparently, Makoto, the brother-in-law, had already found a job and his obligation to pay child support had passed. But it seems that there is still some unpaid money from the time remaining. So it seems that he sold his car and other things that might be worth money to make ends meet. But because the company he worked for wasn't that good to begin with, it seems that life is quite tough for him. However, as soon as he heard that his son had found employment at a top-class company, he turned around and demanded that they be reconciled. Of course, I firmly refused.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm really ashamed of my own brother. I'm sorry.
No, he's so honest that it was rather funny.
I was able to study hard because I didn't want to become a father like that.
That's right. You were able to get a good job, so that's amazing.
In a way, it's thanks to my father. That's true.
I'm really glad that Makoto didn't turn out like his father. Sayaka and Makoto met again after a long time that day. We chatted away and decided to have dinner together while waiting for Kotoko, who was playing at a friend's house.
What? Is that Kotoko? You've grown up so much.
Makoto! Kotoko's been wanting to see you for a long time. Yeah! My brother-in-law was a really crazy person, but I think these two will go on to live strong lives. My name is Asuka. I've been married to my husband Ryota for about 5 years now, but we haven't had any children yet. We've talked about it and we've decided to leave it to nature, so we're not in any particular hurry. My husband's family, who I married into, lived about 2 hours away by car, but he moved here when he went to the university, and he's been working here ever since. I met him, we got together, we got married, and here we are. Look at how delicious they look this year.
Yeah, they really do.
Peaches are one of the local specialties of this area, and I love them so much that I go to the local fruit shop every year when the season comes around. I'll send some to your mother this year too.
Thanks for sending them every year. She'll be delighted.
I also send peaches to my in-laws who live far away every year. It seems like they like them too, so I'm happy to send them. Oh, Asuka, thank you. They were so delicious this year too. My husband and I ate them all up in no time. Oh, did you receive them? I'm glad you liked them. It seems they arrived safely this year too, and my in-laws called me to say that. I sent you a thank you gift as usual too, so eat it with Ryota. Oh, you didn't have to. Thank you. My mother-in-law sends us a gift of local produce every year, starting with peaches, and I have a very good relationship with them. Then, one day...
Asuka, my brother's getting married.
What? Your brother? Ryota is the middle child of 3 brothers, and his older brother Kita was to get married. That's great! I wonder what the other person's like.
Well, I haven't met her either.
On the weekend, I went to visit my brother-in-law and his wife to my in-laws' house.
Asuka, it's been a while. This is my wife, Kaneko.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Kaneko. I look forward to getting to know you better. The same goes for me. The person he introduced me to, Kaneko, was a beautiful, elegant woman who was also very polite.
She's a little too good for my brother. Hey, what do you mean?
It was a warm atmosphere. My mother-in-law made some tea, and we decided to talk in the living room. Then my mother-in-law... Asuka sent us these. Why don't you try them too, Kaneko? That's what my mother-in-law said, and she brought out the peaches I had sent her. Wow, peaches! I love peaches! Really? I'm glad. The place where I live is famous for peaches. And every year when the season comes, sweet and delicious peaches are lined up in the supermarkets and the like. While listening to the explanation, Kaneko took a bite of the peach. It's delicious! She loved it. Right? These are so good. I get excited at this time of year since she sends us things like this. Then, when Kaneko heard her mother-in-law's comment, she said, What? You send these every year? That's right. Mother-in-law and father-in-law love them. What? If you don't mind, would you send some to me next time? My brother-in-law's wife asked me to do that. That's no problem at all, but I send them cash on delivery. Is that okay? Yes, that's not a problem at all. Then, since the season is almost over this year, I'll send it again next year. Is it okay if I ask you for your address and contact details later? Of course. It's great to meet you. I'm relieved that I'll be able to get along well with my sister-in-law. Then, before I knew it, a year had passed. Wow, it looks delicious again this year. Since I promised last year, I prepared 2 boxes this year, one for the in-laws and one for my brother-in-law and his wife.
Tastes delicious today too.
Hoping that they would share it with the neighbors as well, I sent my in-laws, my brother-in-law, and his wife a box of 10 peaches each. I'm sure they'll be delighted. A few days later, as usual, my mother-in-law called me to thank me and send me a gift. But nothing from Kaneko. I didn't want a gift or a return gift. I just wanted to know if the sweets had arrived safely. But I didn't hear anything from my brother-in-law and his wife. I tracked the package using the tracking number I had received when I sent it, and it seemed to have arrived safely, so I concluded to myself that it had arrived and went back to my own life. However, about a week later... Huh? A package? A package arrived at my house that I didn't recognize, and for a moment I was suspicious, but then I saw Kaneko's name as the sender. Huh? Did she send it back on purpose? I hurriedly opened the box and... What? What was inside were peaches, but... these aren't the peaches that I sent. It was 5 out of the 10 peaches I sent to my brother-in-law and his wife. Huh? What's going on? Did it go bad? I checked the peach thoroughly, but there was nothing wrong with it. What? What's going on? I thought I must have said or done something to offend her, so I called her up in a hurry. Oh, Kaneko, I'm sorry, but half the peaches I sent to you came back. What is this about? Dang, Kaneko. Oh, it arrived! Thank you very much for the peaches. It was delicious. I wanted to send something back, but there are no famous foods here, so... I was wondering what to do and decided to send half of it back to you. She said that without any remorse. What? I couldn't think of a way to thank you, and that's when I thought, hey, I've got some nice peaches here. What? So why are you sending them back to the person who sent them to you? Seriously, I don't understand. I sent 10 peaches to you and Keita as a gift. Yeah, I know. We ate them. They were so delicious. But... this person doesn't understand why I'm angry at all. Sending something back as it is considered to be insane, but Kaneko was nonchalant on the phone the whole time. Then... you don't have any left, do you? You should be glad you got 5 more. She said that as if I should be thankful. But actually, there was nothing to protect it, and each peach wasn't wrapped in anything, so they were all jumbled up in the box. And it's been over a week since we sent them, so some of them went bad and are inedible. I got fed up with Kaneko and lost all motivation to talk to her. Whatever, I'm going to hang up now. To be honest, I had a lot I wanted to say, but I thought it wouldn't be possible for this person's brain to understand it, so I decided to hang up. Yes, thanks, and I'll be looking forward to it too next year too. Seriously, what's wrong with her? Just before I hung up, she said something like that in a bright, cheerful voice, and it made me so angry I almost threw my phone. Somehow, my reason kicked in and stopped me. That night, I reported what happened to my husband who had just come home from work.
What? Oh, we can't eat this anymore.
Right? I went to the trouble of sending it to her, and she does this. Peaches aren't cheap.
No, it's not about the price. How can she trample on your feelings like this?
Yeah, it's unforgivable. I have them pay for the delivery, but I'm paying for the peaches themselves. My in-laws send something back, which is how we are able to have a good relationship, but this is just too much. After discussing it as a couple, we decided not to send them any next year. And then, as the months passed, peach season arrived. This year, we sent some to my in-laws as usual, but we didn't send it to my brother-in-law's place. By the way, I haven't seen Kaneko at all this year. Of course, there's the fact that I've been avoiding her since last year, but we're from different parts of the country, so we don't have a chance to meet. Even during the new year, I didn't see them. My brother-in-law Kita was someone who had work to do regardless of the holiday. So we've been going on like this without any interaction, but then, after a while, I received a call from Kaneko. I had a bad feeling about it, and for a moment I thought about ignoring it, but I thought that even if I did, she would probably call again and again, so I answered the phone. Hello? How can I help you? What do you mean, how can I help you? Why didn't you send any peaches to my house this year? I thought that would be the reason. Why do you think that is? Put your hand on your heart and think about it carefully. What? Why are you angry? I don't know why. We haven't even been in contact at all this past year. I didn't mean to offend you. Then something must have happened a year ago. What? A year ago? You sent me peaches and we thanked you for it. Ugh, I can't stand this woman. I started to get angry about what happened a year ago. You still don't understand? If you don't understand that, I'll only send peaches to my in-laws from now on. What? What is this all about? Can you please explain yourself properly? If we continue talking like this, it'll be the same as a year ago, so I hung up on her. After hanging up, I thought I should explain the situation to my mother-in-law, so I called her. That happened, so this year I only sent peaches to you guys. So I thought she might ask you to give them to her, so I just wanted to let you know. I see. If the peaches I sent were returned to me, I would be angry too. Yes, they were rotten too. It's not like I want them to thank me back or anything, but I understand. It's a matter of being considerate. Yes, I felt like she trampled on my feelings. My mother-in-law understood how I was feeling. I said I would call if anything happened again, and then I hung up. A while passed, but I didn't hear anything from Kaneko or my in-laws, so I thought things had calmed down. However, it was my husband Ryota who informed me of the sudden change in circumstances.
Asuka! My brother. He's getting divorced.
What? Divorced? They've only been married for 3 years. How come?
Yeah, I know. Well, actually.
What?
Well,
What? I understood why Ryota was reluctant to tell me when I heard the reason for their divorce. It was because of Kaneko. Mother-in-law, please tell us the truth. How much money are you sending Asuka? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't lie to me. You're putting money into Asuka's place every year, aren't you? That's unfair. No, it's definitely a lie. Kaneko went on a rampage at my in-laws' place. The reason for this was my peaches. She thought I was only sending peaches to my in-laws because my in-laws were sending us money. She mistakenly thought that I was sending peaches to the in-laws as a thank you for the money they were giving us. If you are sending money to Ryota's place, then send us some too. This is your eldest son and his wife. I'm telling you, I didn't do that.
Kaneko, calm down! My mom's not doing that! You understand, don't you?
It's a lie! Then why is that nasty Asuka only sending peaches to the in-laws? She even went so far as to speak ill of me, and apparently she went on a rampage. It seems that in the end, my father-in-law joined and managed to calm her down.
Apparently, my brother was so upset by the whole thing that he decided to get a divorce. If you trace it back to the beginning, the cause of the problem links up to you, so it's difficult to bring it up.
My husband was trying to be considerate, but... No! If you trace it back to the beginning, it's because Kaneko sent the peach back.
Oh! That's true.
My husband understood immediately when I explained it to him, but this person is the one who doesn't understand. Hey, it's your fault that I'm getting a divorce because you wouldn't send me peaches. What are you going to do? You know, I've explained it to you many times, but the reason I stopped sending peaches in the first place is because of you. What? You stupid ugly hag! Ever since I met you, my life has been a disaster. Is that so? Then it's a good thing, isn't it? Now that you're divorced, you can cut all ties with me. Please, enjoy your newfound freedom. Hey, wait a minute! I knew I wouldn't be getting involved with her anymore, so I blocked her. Because of that woman, my favorite peaches were linked to a bad memory. But now that I've cut all ties with her, I can enjoy peaches again in all their purity. What's more, I'm even happier because... I can't wait to see you.
I'm sure he'll have a great taste since he's absorbing all the nutrients from the delicious peaches.
You're right. We're going to have another family member who enjoys peaches with us. From now on, I want to enjoy peaches with the people I love.
Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you next time!